Theater 5 presents Mr. Peter Donald in Joey.
Hey, Nellie, I'm home. Nellie! Joey! Where the devil? Nellie? Joey? Daddy's home. What happened? Where are they? Joey! Hey, Joe! Hey, Nellie, there you are. What happened?
Joey's asleep.
Well, I'm not surprised. You know what time it is?
I know.
Well, where you been, dear?
Well, I had to go out. I had to take Joey to the... Look, I'll tell you all about it, Joe. Let me get Joey to bed first. Huh?
Okay, but... Hello, Joey. How's Joey, huh? What do you say, kid?
Oh, no, you're waking him up. He's had a hard enough time. Let me put him to bed, huh?
Hey, Joey, I got a present for you. Gyroscope, see?
Oh, gyroscope for a 10-month-old baby.
Whoa.
Out of my way now. No bath tonight, no supper, no bottle unless you wake him up. He's had enough for one day.
Well, where's he been? Did he eat?
Yes, he had a good meal down at the... Oh, Joe, let me put him to bed. I'll just put him in the crib like this. You and I have things to talk about.
What things? Hey, Nellie, did something happen to Joey? Shh. Look, what's all the big mystery?
Nighty-night, baby.
Nellie, what's happened?
Sit down, Joe.
Oh, wait, did you have him doctors or something? Did he hurt himself? I come home later than usual and nothing, no wife, no Joey.
Joey and I have been at the agency, Joe.
What do you mean, the agency?
I mean the agency.
Oh, you mean Miss Newman?
Yes.
What'd you go there for?
Because Miss Newman called. They needed Joey down at the agency.
For what?
Oh, Joe.
For what?
You know for what, Joe. You know. I'd like to cry.
Oh, they got no right to just send for Joey that way.
They've got every right, Joe, and you know it. We're foster parents. They've got every right to do what they're going to do.
What are they going to do?
I think they're going to take Joey away from us.
They can't do that.
Of course they can. That was the deal, and you didn't care, neither did I. We both agreed to it. We take care of Joey because since Millie went off to college, it's kind of lonesome around here. We take care of him, and if somebody wants to adopt him later, why, what of it? He's not our baby.
He is our baby.
Well, now he is. But not when we signed the agreement, Joe. Joe, look, get a grip on yourself, honey. We knew this might happen.
What might happen? What did Miss Newman tell you?
Well, she called, and right after you left it was, and she apologized for the short notice, but could I bring Joey down to the agency? They had a couple there, a young couple that wanted to adopt the baby. A young couple is the right religion and all, you know, and solvent. A nice young couple. I met them. They're very nice, Joe. Well, we can think of that anyway.
Well, great. Let them adopt somebody else's baby.
Joe, please.
Well, now look. Did Miss Newman bother to ask Joey? Did she say to him, Joey, you want to leave your mother and father because these strangers are nice?
Oh, Joe, what's the matter with you?
How do we know they're nice?
Joe!
They've got no right. Look, hon, I never had a son before. I love Millie all right, but Millie's a daughter. She's a girl, and... Okay, a girl is nice, very nice. But a boy is a boy. A guy wants to have a boy. I didn't say anything about it, but what I wanted all these years was a son I could bring home a toy steam shovel to, or maybe a racing car. A boy you can look ahead for. Because he's going to be, I don't know, maybe a lawyer, maybe an engineer. Man wants to take his son to his first ball game, show him the grass on the infield and the way they make a double play. And I got a son. I got Joey. And what right have they got to take him away?
Oh, Joe. Joe, we don't know that they'll take him away. Not yet.
They better not.
But if they do, Joe, you've got to accept...
Not me.
Joe. Now, don't do anything foolish, huh? Promise me you won't do anything foolish.
You'll see. Hello?
Hello? Is Mrs. Corcoran there?
Sorry, no, she's out in the playground with the baby. Can I take a message?
Mr. Corcoran?
Yes?
This is Myra Newman, Mr. Corcoran, from the agency.
Oh, Miss Newman.
Yes, I suppose Mrs. Corcoran has told you about little Joey, about the young couple that saw him the other day?
She told me, yes.
Well, I've called to say that they want Joey. They're going to adopt him.
They are, huh?
Yes. I imagine it'll be a wrench for you people.
Yeah?
Well, but what we've all got to remember is that it'll be best for Joey.
To go with some strangers?
Mr. Corcoran, I know how you feel.
Do you really?
Believe me, I do.
Tell me this, Miss Newman. When we got Joey, he didn't have a name, see? He was X or something. You said call him what you want. So, okay, we called him Joey. So now you tell these other people, call him what they want?
Mr. Corcoran, please. It's a very difficult situation for you.
What are they going to call him?
Oh, dear me. Well...
What?
Marvin.
Over my dead body, Miss Newman.
Joe?
Huh? Oh, what is it, Nellie?
Joe, Miss Newman called, didn't she?
Oh, yes, she called.
I've just been talking to her on the phone. Oh, Joe, how could you? What got into you?
Nothing got into me. I just told her off, that's all.
Joe, listen. Joey isn't ours.
He won't even be Joey. He'll be Marvin.
I don't know what to think of you, Joe. You're acting so strange. It's...
Honey, I wanted a boy. I had a boy, and they're taking him away from me.
What am I going to say to Miss Newman?
You don't have to say anything to her.
Yes, I do. I told her I'd talk to you and call her back.
Okay, then call her back.
I told her I thought you'd probably be over it. I told her maybe you'd be the one to call back.
For what?
To apologize.
To apologize?
Yes, to tell her you just got excited. But Joe, you've been scaring me. Do you know that? I know what happened. We had Joey almost 10 months, and I guess both of us began to think we owned him. Well, we shouldn't have talked about him the way we did, about college and what he'd be like when he grew up, and it was pretending he was our own son. I liked pretending that. Joe, you seem to believe it.
What does Miss Newman want you to call about?
Well, that's just it, Joe. She said that after that conversation with you, she wondered if she shouldn't come up here and take Joey right away. She's scared too, Joe. That she's scared about what you're going to do, and I don't blame her.
Oh, I see. Well, we don't want her coming up here to take Joey away, do we?
I don't know what I want now,
All right,
Joe.
I'll call Miss Newman.
Will you, Joe?
Sure. I got excited.
Oh, sure. That's all it was, Joe.
Yep, yeah, and I'm sorry, and I apologize.
Yes, Joe.
Okay, I'll call her.
Miss Newman speaking.
Miss Newman, this is Joe Corcoran.
Oh. Hello, Mr. Corcoran.
Say, I got out of line with you before.
You certainly did, Mr. Corcoran.
And I want to apologize.
Thank you. I'm glad, really I am.
I just got excited, that's all.
Oh, certainly, I understand.
See, we always knew this was going to happen, but I guess I forgot.
These things are always difficult, Mr. Corcoran, and I do understand.
Okay, thanks. Say, Miss Newman, these people, these Marvin-type people, they haven't changed their minds, have they?
Oh, no. They're very anxious to adopt Joey. They're buying baby furniture and things right now.
I see.
We'll be making the transfer. We'll be giving Joey into their care next Wednesday.
Oh, next Wednesday, huh?
Yes. Now, the agency can arrange to pick Joey up.
Oh, no. There's no need of that, Miss Newman. I'll bring Joey down there.
Well...
See, I gotta go downtown to work anyway. Look, I'll take a cab, and it's an excuse to ride in style.
Well... Oh, all right. Naturally, you want to bring Joey down here. He has to be here by 10 on Wednesday morning, but I'm here at 9 if you want to make it earlier.
Yeah, I probably will. Well, okay then, Miss Newman. Wednesday. What do you say, honey? Joey ready?
He's all ready.
Hey, he looks cute. Hi there, Joey. You got all this stuff in the bag there?
Uh-huh. Yes, even the thermos. I don't see why we need to pack a thermos of milk. They'll take care of him.
Well, who knows how long he'll have to wait in the agency. How about it, Joey? Are we all set?
I think I ought to go with you, Joe.
I said no.
What's the matter, Joe?
Look, I'm sorry, but it won't be easy handing him over. You know, I want to spare you that.
Well,
Come on, Joey. Say bye-bye to Mommy.
Goodbye, Joey. Goodbye. Now, you be a good boy. Hello?
Mrs. Corcoran?
Yes?
This is Miss Newman at the agency.
Oh, yes, Miss Newman.
Where is the baby?
What? What do you mean?
The baby was supposed to be here at 10 o'clock. It's now 11:30.
Oh, but Joe left with the baby at 8 o'clock.
3.5 hours to get downtown?
Attention all cars, all cars. Further description of the man and baby. The man is dressed in a brown, lightweight suit, brown shoes, white shirt, brown tie with white polka dots. Should be carrying a lightweight bag containing baby clothes, baby food, and a thermos bottle. The baby is 10 months old. The man will address the baby as Joey. The man's name is Joe Corcoran.
That's all I can tell you, Lieutenant.
Well, we have a citywide hunt on Miss Newman. Every patrolman, every prowl car is looking for him.
Oh, it's my fault. I never should have agreed to let him bring the baby here.
It could be they had an accident, you know.
Oh, I don't know which to hope for.
So far, nothing's been reported at the hospitals. We're covering all the cabbies who might have been up around Corcoran's house around 8 this morning, but of course that takes time.
It's my fault. All my
Now,
fault.
it's nobody's fault, Miss Newman. I'm telling you what's being done so you can feel reassured. We had a man interview Corcoran's wife. Now, he says he thinks she's okay. But what's your impression? Could she be in on it?
Oh, I'm certain she's not.
All right. Now, Corcoran may try to get in touch with his wife. There's 2 places he might bring the baby. To his own house or here to your office. I want to set up my headquarters right here at your desk from now on for, a few hours anyhow. Will you do me a favor?
Anything.
Go up to the Corcoran's house and stay with Mrs. Corcoran. Call here if anything happens.
All right. But, I wish I knew where he took that baby.
Well, Joey, old boy, we were pretty smart to get out of the taxi where we did, huh? Nobody's gonna be able to trace us, kid. How do you like what you've seen so far, Joey, huh? Hey, I bet you like it. It's fun riding up and down those elevators, right? I bet you'd like to go up to the 3rd floor again, right? Right. Yeah, you sure like that 3rd floor. I don't blame you. It's real interesting. I used to like it, too, when I was a kid. But we're not going back up, Joey. We haven't got time. We got things to do. And wait till you see what we've got to do. We're in a bit of a hurry, Joey, so let's go, huh? Hey, hush, Joey. Hush, Jay. Hey, you're acting like a baby. Big boy like you. Come on now. I got a surprise for you. Wait till you see. But before we go there, I'll tell you what we do. Let's cross the street, huh? Let's go into the park, and I got these jars of food and this milk for you. And then, maybe we'll have time for one ride on the carousel. The merry-go-round, we used to call it. You never been on one of those yet, have you? Never been on a carousel. Oh, quiet, Joey, quiet. We'll eat first. Don't worry, we'll eat. Okay, there's the green light. I never want to see you crossing the street except on the green. You remember that, will you? Let's go. Hey, is there something, Joey? Up and down on the horse. Oh, I always used to like the merry-go-round fine. Used to pretend I was a cowboy. Well, that's it. I bet you want another ride. But, oh gosh, look at the time. No more rides now. No more rides. We gotta go. It's time for the big surprise. Down you come. There you are. Now we gotta find a taxi.
Are you all right now, Mrs. Corcoran?
Oh, yes. The tea did me a world of good. Oh, you serving me in my own house. I'm so ashamed.
Oh, don't worry about it.
If only I could think where he'd take Joey. Oh, he was crazy, Miss Newman. I can see that now. But where would he take him?
I just hope he hasn't hurt him.
Joe wouldn't hurt Joey.
I'm sorry I said that, Mrs. Corcoran.
He wouldn't. You don't believe me, but...
All right. Only one thing, Mrs. Corcoran. If we find them, you might think of therapy for your husband.
Therapy?
The agency will help and... Hello?
Hello, Miss Newman. This is Lieutenant Briggs. I just want to keep you informed. We found a cabbie that picked up a man and baby answering the description. Took them on at Central Park and 5th. He took them to the World's Fair. Now, we've got men all over the World's Fairgrounds, but so far nothing.
I see.
Now, look. Talk to Mrs. Corcoran. See if that means anything to her, Okay?
All right, and I'll let you know. Goodbye, Lieutenant. Mrs. Corcoran, where would your husband go with Joey at the World's Fair?
The World's Fair? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Yes!
What is it?
You come with me.
Well,
I know where he is.
Well, you tell me and I'll call Lieutenant Briggs.
No, you don't believe that Joey wouldn't hurt the baby, and the lieutenant doesn't believe it either. Well, I'm going to show you. You're going to see with your own eyes.
But Lieutenant Briggs wants...
I don't care what he wants. You come with me and see for yourself, or I won't say anything.
But this is crazy.
Well, maybe so. But I told you he wouldn't harm Joey. And this is near the World's Fair, isn't it?
Please, attendant.
Yes, ma'am.
We're looking for a man with a baby, a 10-month-old baby.
Well, I only saw one man with a baby. They headed for the upper deck. Hardly anybody up there, but that's where they went.
Come on, Miss Newman. But one thing, please leave him alone. Just sit in back of him and leave him alone.
Stay fair! Stay fair! Foul ball. Well, that's baseball, kid. You like it, Joey? You know, this is what I always wanted to do, bring you to a ball game. Hey, that long foul shook up the pitcher. Look at him kicking the dirt out there around the mound. Well, too bad it was foul. If this kid makes out, it's over. You know what the turning point of the game was, kid? In the 7th, when Aaron didn't throw to the plate, he threw to third, see? He had an outside chance for the man at home, but instead, he cut the runner down going into third. Yeah, that's the way to look him over a run! See, with him out at third, we never had a chance to tie up the game. I mean, it was a real smart play. He threw to the right base. Remember that, will you, Joey? No, it hasn't got the legs power. Just a long fly ball, and he's out. Well, that's it. That's the old ball game, Joey, old pal. We lost, but it was a good game.
Joe?
Oh, hello, Nellie. Hello, Miss Newman. Look at Joey, will you? He's ready to go to sleep. I tell you, it's been Sunday for him. First time to the Museum of Natural History, first time on the merry-go-round, first time at a ball game. You know, I always wanted to take a son of mine to his first ball game. This has been swell.
Joe, you're in trouble.
Not bad trouble. Not after I talk to the police. But he might have to see a doctor.
Joe, Miss Newman has to take Joey.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. This is Wednesday. Well, here you are, Miss Newman. And, hey, Joey, you always throw to the right base, hear me?
Theater 5 has presented Joey, starring Mr. Peter Donald, written by Robert Cenedella, directed by Ted Bell. Featured in the cast, Natalie Priest, Cecil Roy, and Nat Polen. Script editor Jack C. Wilson. Original music by Alexander Vlastotsenko. Orchestra under the direction of Glenn Osser. Executive producer for Theater 5, Mr. Lee Bowman. We invite your comments. Write to Theater 5, New York 23, New York. That's Theater 5, New York 23, New York. This is Fred Foy speaking. This has been an ABC Radio Network production.